Hello and welcome to Top of Mind with Ann and Rachel. My name is Rachel Profit. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a principal program manager here at Microsoft. I'm a white woman with long red hair that's down today, and I'm wearing my rose-colored glasses with a green sweater, and I'm in my office with my epic sticker wall behind me, as usual. Ann, do you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Ann Krupke. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a senior product marketing manager at Microsoft, and I'm also a white woman. I've got brown hair that's in a bun. I'm wearing some over-the-ear black headphones and a purple sweatshirt, and I'm coming to you from my new home office, which is in somewhere near Seattle, Washington.
Super exciting. Well, I think we have to start out by saying Happy New Year. I mean, this is
Yes.
our first top of mind of 2024. So hopefully everybody had a safe and wonderful holiday. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I was reflecting back on my 2023 and like first of all, like I swore when I was young that I would never be that person who was like, oh, I'm not going to be that person who says, oh, time goes by so fast and blah, blah, blah. Holy cow, did my 2023 disappear? But I think 2023 was a good year. I mean, there was definitely challenges and things that were difficult about it. But I think I feel like from a professional standpoint, I accomplished a lot. From a personal standpoint,
You
a
also
lot
got promoted
happened.
to principal.
Yeah, I was promoted to
The
principal.
the baby goats came.
The baby goats came. I got a puppy. like, um, he's over there whining right now, so I don't think you can hear him. So eventually, like we'll get him on camera because he'll walk over here and you'll have to meet him. But um, he's getting
He's an
so big.
Irish wolfhound, right?
Yeah, he's an Irish wolfhound. He's so big already. He's probably close to 80 pounds now. We don't really have a way to weigh a horse. But yeah. So I'm not really into like making New Year's resolutions. Because I think they tend to like fail. And I'd rather gradually try to make changes in my life to improve myself. And I feel like 2023 was a year for me where I feel like that maybe was a little successful for
Hmm.
me, like more successful maybe than years past. So,
Well,
yeah.
that's great. Maybe that's what we should do today. We should do a 2023 recap, maybe from a dynamics perspective. What were the highlights of 2023?
Yeah. Well, so like super exciting highlight, like way to close out the year, right? We announced our did we announce general it was general availability, right?
GA of business performance analysis, as well as the preview of the new finance premium SKU, which is really exciting.
Yeah. So like that was right in the nick of time, right at the end of the year, and that's a super big deal for us to be able to release that functionality and
Yeah, I feel like we should start loading up the comments with links to all of our top things.
mm, I love that idea.
Business performance analytics. So that went GA on December 31st.
Yeah.
I'm putting a link, and we'll have to go back to LinkedIn later and put those links in. And then business performance analytics and business performance planning are both going to be included in the new finance premium SKU. Do you remember, Rachel, if we've talked about that on here before?
I think that you may have maybe mentioned it last time, but I don't think we did because
Okay.
it hadn't been released yet on our last one before the holidays in
Oh, I
December.
hope it was. I don't think I broke the, hopefully I didn't break the silence on that one. But so the finance premium SKU is it's a new license level. So it's not to think about it as like, you have to buy it on top of what you have. It's like how we have activity licenses, team member licenses, full finance licenses. Now we also have a finance premium license. So it is like one more level. So you get everything that's included in the finance license, and then you get more, which for right now is BPA and BPP, Business Performance Analytics and Business Performance Planning.
Yeah, and so I just put the links in for the Guidance Hub, which that was March when we launched the Guidance Hub.
That was a big one.
Yeah, and then the Business Process Catalog. And if you haven't clicked the link and gone to the Business Process Catalog recently, we literally it was like right at the beginning of December, we moved it out of the GitHub repository and put it into the Microsoft Download Center. Interestingly enough, I then immediately started receiving feedback that I should put it in the GitHub repository, which was kind of funny. So if you're watching and you're wondering why we moved it, we need to kind of monitor like the metrics, like of how many people are downloading it and using it, like the catalog. And GitHub does not have any mechanism to do that. Well, GitHub is really intended for content authoring and like content like contributions and like working on code or documents together. It like it's not meant to be like a download metrics monitoring facilitator. So that was really the primary reason why we moved it. But the feedback, I mean, and we don't even allow people to contribute to it directly. The way that people have to contribute to it is by going into the GitHub repository that we do have for the Business Process Catalog. And there's an AKA link for that. I'll paste it in here as well. It's https://aka.ms/business process catalog requests. And so that is where you go to make requests, report issues. You can ask for changes to be made to the catalog, whether that's updating or correcting an existing row or adding a new row. But that's also where you can go and request that you want to contribute articles to the work.
Awesome.
I'm trying to think some of the other big features. Another big one that was this year, I was like, I think it was right at the beginning of the year. It was like January, February timeframe. I'm looking for the link right now. It was the warehouse management mobile device became available for iOS.
Yeah, we've done a lot in WMS this year. I mean, we kind of continuing a theme we've had. So we had the mobile device became available on iOS. We launched warehouse only mode, as well as warehouse specific inventory transactions. So huge kind of development there. I was telling you before we went live, I just saw a video of our new returns via the mobile app. So I guess technically, since it's being released this year, it's not 2023, but there was definitely several improvements to WMS this year. Some like bigger things, I feel like.
I'm trying to find the warehouse only mode. Here we go.
And then don't forget, we launched on October 31st, we launched the new demand planning app in preview.
That was a good one.
I know it's actually a really big year for us, which has been going really well, by the way. Lots of interest and uptake. I think people were very excited to see this new iteration of demand planning. And I think that if you look at what we've released, things we've already talked about, business performance analysis and planning and demand planning, there's a larger story there that I think soon we'll be able to tell more cohesively around things like S&OP, which is pretty exciting. What else?
So a finance one, and I know we did a session on it earlier this year with Christy, was financial tags.
Oh yeah, financial
That
tags, also the AI invoice capture.
oh, that was a huge one. Yes. I'm like frantically trying to find links like for
I
all
know.
these things because there was so
Also
many
the new
like
asset management mobile experience.
okay,
Um,
so let me find the link for the
Also, I feel like we're overlooking HR and project operations and commerce. Oh my God, we
yeah.
haven't even talked about Copilot capabilities yet.
I
Like,
feel like what kind of presentation would it be if we didn't say Copilot at least 47 times?
yeah, exactly. Um, I know. So commerce. Oh, commerce had some interesting stuff. Um, they have Copilot in the e-commerce platform to help you write copy for products. Um, And then there's also some really interesting stuff going around like indirect B2B, so B2B2B,
Mhm.
that we're working on, which has been really cool. So some pieces of that are out, but we're continuing to enhance that as well. Um, so kind of like the buying pattern of you have a brand, you have dealers, and then you have like end businesses that consume whatever the brand's product is. And you get the product through a distributor, but maybe you don't know who your distributor is. So you go to the brand website and then it like negotiates helping you find the right dealer and placing an order, all of that like seamlessly. And then that means the brand gets insights into like their end sales to businesses. So some really cool stuff going on in commerce world as well.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to find the links. It's I mean, obviously, so like the end of the year, December 31st, marked, so it's been 10 days, marked the end of standalone Dynamics 365 human resources. So a lot of the effort last year was helping customers get migrated over to the new merged infrastructure. But the one that I'm trying to find is the new Teams. App like integration for leave and absence. So there's like a new experience there. And that was like the big ticket item for HR, I think. I mean, beyond like all the like migration and merge
Yeah.
stuff that was happening.
It's still the merge happening is huge as well.
Yeah, like that was a big deal getting all those customers moved over. The team internally, I know spent a lot of time and effort like working on that. So kudos to them for all their efforts. Yeah, I'm having trouble finding a link to the team stuff. The link that I found is the old one. It's not the new one.
I wonder if we just go through the what's new links on
Yeah,
HR.
and that's kind of where I started. And then I was just like, oh, there's just like these. It's like you click on these releases, and there's so many things like in there. There's some
Yeah.
super cool stuff coming that hasn't been released yet for HR that's going to land in 2024.
Well, now that the merge is complete, I'm sure it's great because they can focus on just
Yeah.
adding more stuff. And also, this is your early warning to keep an eye out for the Wave 1 2024 release notes, which are dropping before the month is over. So we're not that far out from learning what's coming in the next wave, which is great.
Yeah. Just trying to scroll through. I'm like, I feel like there were some other big ones for commerce too
I
that we're
think so too.
forgetting. I'm going to look at the what's new right now. I
Definitely a
mean, if
lot of
you're listening and
B2B.
you've got like a feature that you were excited about being brought in, like share it in the comments. Obviously, too, like questions. Like we're always open for questions. But if you've got a favorite feature from 2023 or something that you're really looking forward to that's coming in 2024, we'd love to hear from you.
Looks like a lot of enhancement for the point of sale, as well as some more features kind of around the B2B functionality in commerce.
Yeah, that B2B portal has been a big topic of conversation, I think, this year. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of interest in facilitating B2B through our commerce product, and a lot of, I think when the release notes come out, we'll see a continued kind of underline on that theme.
yeah, I think too, like even if we think over to Power Platform, well, last year was when we announced Power Pages, right? Or was that the year before? I think it was last year when Power Pages, like in 2023.
I thought it was 2022.
Was it?
But I'm not sure.
It's like it all just kind of blurs together now too.
Yeah, I know. Especially, it's like sometimes it's the pre-Microsoft years and the post-Microsoft years, or the in Microsoft, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
um, but still, I mean, I think that's a lot of stuff that across the whole platform that we released, as well as some more like One Dynamics, One Platform stuff, right? I think this year was when we launched the PPAC experience for finance and operations environments, right? At least in
Yeah.
preview.
It was 2022. I found the blog article that announced it. It was May of 2022. So that was the year before. Part 3 of my Tech Talk series is tomorrow.
I did
I'm
not know
excited for
that.
that one because we're going to be talking about using the catalog to estimate scope and create your project plan and then import it into Azure DevOps. So that's a big deal. I haven't updated the series yet, but we are adding another one. I haven't decided yet if it's going to be 1 or 2 sessions. I'm leaning towards 2 because I have a fair bit of content to share, but talking about like process governance and like how to put like a COE in place, like in your organization around processes. So I've been collaborating with our team internally. We have our own like PMO office here at Microsoft, which shouldn't be surprising. I mean, we're huge.
Yeah.
But I had an opportunity to connect with them, and they have been on a journey for like 5 or 6 years building out our own business process catalog and documenting our business processes and optimizing them and so on internally. So I'll be talking a little bit about the framework that we use internally to kind of manage our processes, which I think should be super valuable to a lot of organizations. And just kind of the journey of like process maturity,
Yeah. I mean, I think
super
it's huge.
exciting.
What's the attendance been like on the Tech Talk so far? Because you've had 2, right?
Yeah, we've had 2 option 2 of the second one had to get canceled. We had a bunch of technical issues and we couldn't actually start the Tech Talk. So I was like in there like with the moderator and we couldn't actually start it. So we wound up canceling that. But so like that one, I think we only had like 700 from like the option 1. But 700 is still pretty good. And then part 1, I think, with the 2 sessions combined together was well over 1,000 people. So
That's amazing.
Yeah. So definitely getting traction. Next week is an exciting one, um, where I'll be explaining to people how to author, and contribute. And I have a meeting today or tomorrow with the graphic designer for the contributor badges. So I'm super excited
Oh,
about
that's
that.
cool.
I can't tell you what it's going to look like, but it's going to be super exciting. I can tell you we are making our own mascot, like Ninja Cat. I mean, it's not Ninja Cat, but like much like Windows has Ninja Cat, we're getting our own mascot, which will be on the forefront of all of our badges. So it's super exciting, and excited to announce that. But the external contributions and partner contributions are definitely already flowing in. We had our first ones come in December. So maybe a shout out to Anna, Inez Zurita. She is a MVP. I think she's based out of Spain. Um, and she contributed she was the very first external person to contribute and submit through, our whole process. And she's authored 2 articles now and working on her third. So she's just, rocking and rolling over there. So thank you, Anna. And then Nathan, um, he's a GitHub user. I don't have his last name, but I did have a chance to, um, connect with him, and um, he's based out of, like, I don't remember if it was Australia or New Zealand, but he's APAC and he's from a customer. And so he has been contributing by editing some of the articles that were already published directly in GitHub. So
Oh, that's
he
wonderful.
was, yeah, super cool. He was the first person to like go and do some direct editing and contributions right on the Learn site.
That's awesome. I'm really excited to see this continue to evolve. I think that when it's all done, it's going to be amazing. I mean, it's
Yeah.
amazing now, but it'll even be more amazing when it's,
Yeah.
full. And then we could just put Copilot on top of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was another I got a chance to test out Copilot in like the sidecar experience in a preview environment. I asked it how to create a new location directive, and it was pretty accurate, and it was interesting because it actually like it said, hey, there's a couple of features in feature management that you need to turn on if you're going to use the full capabilities, and like there's also a license key for WMS. So there are some prerequisites that I was like, okay, the average user probably doesn't care about these, but like it's nice to know that it's thinking beyond just like create new, like click new. And then I asked it what even is a location directive, and it gave me some pretty good information. Like I feel like um, even kind of the initial phase of what's there for the Copilot experience is still like pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. Um, it sparked a thing I wanted to say in my head, and then I forgot what it was.
That happens a lot
Mm.
with me, at least.
um,
I also used Copilot to make a Power App in like 30 seconds, and I used Copilot to make a Power Automate flow in like also 30 seconds.
yeah, I've been enhancing a bunch of my flows and like having to write some really complex like formulas to like parse giant strings of text like that's not JSON, so you can't just parse the JSON. So I've been using the Copilot, to help me write formulas. Like you give it sample input and like sample output, that like what you expect. That has been like super life-changing and amazing.
Do you know what I read recently? I read somewhere that I'm trying to remember where I read this. I feel like it might have been speculation on the internet, so sorry if I'm wrong, but I read somewhere that we're going to be adding a Copilot like key to keyboards on our laptops or something going forward.
Mm.
I don't know if that's true or not, actually.
Kind of like the Windows key.
Yeah, exactly. Just like a hotkey for Copilot.
That's cool.
I know. Now I'm like, did I read that on an I'm like trying to remember where I read that, but
I'm like looking at my keyboard and I'm like, where are they going to put this button?
okay, it is something that they've announced. It was like 5 days ago. And it looks like it might be next to the Windows button, maybe. Windows
So are they
blog.
just making the
I
space bar
found the link.
smaller? Like,
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but I still think that's pretty cool. Like being able to access Copilot from wherever. Just put a link in the chat to it.
yeah,
But
I'm going to have to go read that blog. That's super cool.
yeah, I know things are. So it's a different world. It's an exciting time. Okay. Well, we talked a lot about stuff that came out last year. I would say, what's one thing you're looking forward to in 2024, like that's Dynamics related?
Mm. Um, it's so hard to like pick something because there's so many.
It doesn't have to be the thing you're most looking forward to, just a thing, anything. Just pick one.
I mean, I think it's not Dynamics. It's actually it's like Office 365 and 365. It's I'm looking forward to the PowerPoint Copilot. Like I just like I want this PowerPoint Copilot so badly.
I feel you.
But I think like I am aware of several of the copilots that we're putting into Dynamics, and I'm not allowed to talk about them. And I would say it's some of those, one of those. But I can't tell you which one because then I'd be telling you what it is.
Yeah. I know I
So I
didn't
guess
think
my
through this
answer is
question when I
Copilot.
thought about it. I'll take a different tack. I think I'm excited to hopefully restart the like Redmond, Seattle user group, Doug, whatever, like community, local community. So it was a
Yeah.
big. I actually just met with the my Atlanta meetup team yesterday to kind of like hand off the reins to my successor. So now I'm like, I got to do something new.
Yeah.
So I'm already talking to Liz from Dynamics, Doug from Doug about an event potentially in March or something. But I'm definitely looking forward to because I know we've got users in this area and we have so many Microsoft folks, so we should have a very like thriving community.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to do the research, figure out who's here, who's done stuff before, who wants to like tag team it. So
Yeah.
that's I think what I'm looking forward to for 2024.
I'm also like I'm super excited that Dynamics Con Live is happening in my hometown. Like
In
that
your
is
backyard.
I know
that's
it's like
amazing.
literally in my backyard. So I'm so excited for that because I never get to have like a conference that's like here at home. I think it'll be an interesting experience. Like, and I'm contemplating like, should I
Maybe
still
just get a
get like a
hotel
hotel room so
anyway.
I'm there like in the mix, or should I go home and sleep in my own bed? I don't know. Like,
I
how do
know.
I choose?
That's a fair point. Well, I think that's all the time we have today. If you have any topics that you want to talk about on upcoming top of minds, let us know in the comments or reach out to us. If you want to come talk to us on top of mind, let us know. But otherwise, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining. Bye.
Bye.